Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to Baraton TV, here and hereafter once more. Today, viewers, I'd like to talk about the impact of the COVID-19 on the society or on the community in which you live. The disease has had various impacts on our community and even on us as individuals. How we deal with those problems is very, very important. Today, I'm only creating awareness for us to be just to be aware that there are things that have happened to us since the global pandemic. The disease has had impact, of course, on our economy. It has had impact on our health infrastructure. Right now, in many countries, hospitals have less facilities than they had before the pandemic. Of special interest, I like to talk about the social impact of this disease on the community. We have restriction in movement, and also people who are ill are even stigmatized. And also we have discrimination in the community for those who were even ill and even got well. And the fact that we are quarantined is also something that we should think about. But we have to remember that we should take everything positively. Quarantine is not all negative. There are many things that you can do during quarantine. We also have problems with our social or distancing. There are many young people, old alike, who forget that we should maintain a social distance. It is affecting us. When you walk around, you see that people are communicating and they are carrying out business as usual. Sometimes we have to be serious about the impact of what will happen to us if we do not obey some of these rules. Also, we have psychological impact of the coronavirus, COVID-19 disease. We have fear, but those fears should not last and overtake us. There is a saying that fear nothing but fear itself. So nobody should fear, because we have to remember that if we follow all the rules strictly, if we follow everything that we're supposed to do, then fear should not be there in us. We should live a near normal life. Mistrust can also be an impact on us. Sometimes you have people who even get well from the disease. When they go back to their families, they still face problems of discrimination and they have psychological problems. In a time like this one, we need to also protect our children. Child protection. Our children sometimes become bold and they express it in many ways. The best thing to do is to find activities at home to help the children to be busy and to be happy also. Because if we don't do this, our children are liable to abuse, our children can become violent, and sometimes we might even think about sending our children far away to areas that we feel are safe for our children to be. Of course, we all know that disease has had education impact on us because our schools are closed. But of course, like I said, we should always focus on measures to keep busy in the community. Even though our students are home, even though children are also home with us also, we are supposed to keep them busy, and we are supposed to do all we can to try our best to do what we can for the children to keep busy and stay out of trouble. There are problems with crime sometimes in various communities. It may not be ours here on our campus, but there are areas where you find that crime can increase also. So we know that many of these things will impact our lives. So we should prepare for such things. We can see them happening, and we should be able to prepare for such things in our community. I like to again go on to what we can do as people in the community to help control the spread of the virus. So again, friends, I like for us to go over the measures to help us curb the spread of the COVID-19. We all know that the first measure to take is hand hygiene. Wash your hands with soap and water. I have soap here. You can use liquid soap. You can use solid soap. You can use antibacterial soap. You can use any soap. Wash your hands for 20 seconds with soap and clean water. And that will help us in many ways to curb the spread of this virus. We know that also you can use a hand sanitizer, an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Depending on where you are, you can use sanitizer and you can rub your hands, various surfaces of your hands, counting from 1 to 10 as you use the hand sanitizer. Also, we were told to practice social distancing. Actually, what we call social is actually physical distancing of 6 feet or 1.8 or 2 meters apart. Stay away from people. Stay away from people. When you go to the bank to get money, if you have a bank near you, try to apply all the measures. Wash your hands first and keep a distance on the queue. Also, when you go to buy vegetables, you go to buy food supplies, keep a distance on the queue. And I like to try to say that as much as possible, avoid public places, avoid public gathering. If you cannot, and you have to get things like food supply from gardens, from supermarket, you can use face mask. A face mask is effective in helping to curb the disease. And of course, there are many kinds of face masks. You can use surgical mask. You can use masks that are even homemade. According to the CDC, your mask should have 2 layers. You can see this mask produced at home has 2 layers. The CDC has advised that your mask should be produced from cotton material, but the cotton material can be like bed sheet and should have a high thread count, which means should be tightly woven. So a mask like this you can use, remember, not in isolation. When you are using your mask, sanitize your hands first. Sanitize your hands first, and your mask can have loops like this. You can put the mask on your face, and you can pull this part of the mask like this. The mask should fit well on your face as you are seeing. Remember, before you put your mask on, sanitize your hands and wear the mask appropriately. When you are removing your mask, please remember to even sanitize your hands also. Don't touch the surface of the mask, the part of your face. You remove again like this and carefully put the mask away for washing and later reuse. With all of this that I have said, viewers, today, I like to say that you need to do your best and try your best at this time to stay at home. Do all you can to spend a lot of time at home with your children and with your family. With all this said and done, I'd like to say we are coming from Baraton TV, here and hereafter, viewing from the University of Eastern Africa, Baraton. Goodbye and see you again next week. Thank you.